From Hollywood, California, the Lux Radio Theater presents Jack Benny and Mary Livingstone in 7 Keys to Baldplate.
Lux presents Hollywood. Tonight, the dauntless Jack Benny and the laconic Mary Livingstone lead us into paths of peril and adventure. Laughs, chills, crooks, treasure, a damsel in distress, a mad hermit. This is only part of what Jack Benny encounters tonight in that grand comedy mystery by George M. Cohan, 7 Keys to Baldplate, adapted from the novel by Earl Durr Vickers. You'll hear also, as special guest, the world-renowned violinist Ephraim Zimbalist. Conducting our orchestra is Louis Silvers. Tonight's play is brought to you by the makers of Lux Flakes. Before I introduce our producer, let me remind you that it's thrifty to buy several big boxes of Lux Flakes at a time, so you'll always have it handy in bathroom and kitchen. Every box of Lux Flakes means longer life for your washable nice things, kind care for your hands. You're thrifty every time you use these gentler, finer flakes. And now, our producer. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cecil B. DeMille.
Greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. Before we raise our curtain, we wish to advise our listeners that if any important news bulletins on the European situation are received at the Columbia Broadcasting System headquarters, they'll be given you at the intermission during our program. Now to our play and personalities. When George M. Cohan adapted 7 Keys to Baldplate for the stage, he had no intention of starring in it. But just before the opening, he and the leading man met with an accident. The leading man was too seriously injured to go on, so Mr. Cohan, broken collarbone and all, stepped into the breach. When I related these facts to Mary Livingstone, she threw back her head bravely and declared that if Mr. Cohan could carry on with such a handicap, she could carry on with Jack Benny. Mr. Benny is not, however, without some talent. He often entertains the guests at his home with his debonair violin playing and witty sayings. He's quite a familiar figure on the streets of Beverly Hills, whizzing past the admiring spectators in his flashy Maxwell town car. And I almost forgot. Mary always brings Jack to her radio program. And when she goes back on the air next Sunday, she'll once again try and have a place for him. For tonight, we've made a special treatment of 7 Keys to Baldplate, which finds Mr. Benny tackling one of the most difficult roles in his career, the role of Jack Benny. And Miss Livingstone comes to you in her own interpretation of Mary Livingstone. There's another character in our adaptation called Cecil B. DeMille. 1,400 actors in Hollywood have refused my generous bribes to play the part. So there's nothing left for me to do but to play myself. This being the case, my customary duties for the evening will be assumed in part by the highly capable Melville Ruick. And now we light the stage. It's curtain time and start time as the Lux Radio Theater presents Jack Benny and Mary Livingstone in 7 Keys to Baldplate with Cecil B. DeMille. Mr. Ruick, will you set our scene?
On the lot at Paramount Studios in Hollywood, a building stands apart from the rest. On its door, the legend, Cecil B. DeMille Productions, Incorporated. The door has just opened, and C.B. himself strides quickly across the reception room toward his private office. A small army of assistants and secretaries hinder his progress with innumerable requests.
Good morning, Mr. DeMille.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning,
Well,
darling.
Mr. DeMille, I had that set
See
made
me
up
later,
now.
will you, Joe?
Hello, C.B. Here's that script you asked
Thanks,
for.
I'll read it tonight.
Mr. DeMille, would you see Mr. Nelson?
I can't see anyone this morning. Ask him to come
Mr.
back.
DeMille, there's
Not
a man
now,
out here.
Harry. Sorry. Or Bill, come into my office, will you?
Okay, CB.
Well, Mr. DeMille, about
All
that
right,
set.
all
I
right.
had
I'll
for you. I
take
want
care
you
of
to see it. It's
everything.
very
See me
important,
later.
really.
Sit down, Bill. Morning, Miss Cole.
Good morning, Mr. DeMille.
Anything happen?
Nothing much. Mr. Henry called about that script. Frank Donnelly has a new star for you, and, oh, yes, Mr. Benny called again.
Who?
Mr. Benny. Jack Benny.
What did he want?
The usual thing.
What did you tell him?
The usual thing. I said you were out to lunch.
I'm beginning to feel a little guilty about Jack.
What's it all about, CB?
Well, I was a little tired one night, and I half promised I'd make a picture with him.
No.
Yes.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?